I'm going to show you guys some old training clips and what you can learn from them. Without further ado, let's just get into it. This was an old deadlift, pretty good form, but I was doing sumo, so I didn't like it. This was an arch in my back that made this tricep push down just bad. Just try and stay straight up with your shoulders backwards, and that's what's gonna make you feel it in your triceps more. You can see I'm not keeping my elbows in the same place, so I'm losing tension on the tricep. This was just some calf raises with dumbbells, and then I do go into some walking lunges. Walking lunges and standing calf raises are great just for keeping your balance, and they're especially great for gaining some muscle on the quads, and they're great for athletes to increase your overall athleticism and movement. What you could learn from this though is just learning to go a little bit deeper in the lunge, trying to get that knee over the toe to get a bigger stretch, trying to go all the way down, keeping my torso up and my chest to the roof, just so it takes the strain off the lower back. This is a quad and glute movement, not a lower back movement, so keep your torso up. You could also sub these out for just standing lunges. And then once again, just some more calf raises at the end. I think a stable calf raise machine would have been better instead of these dumbbell calf raises, but either or is good. This is a weird angle, but I'm just doing some lat pull down, and you can see I'm really swinging the weight, not controlling it. So what you want to do is control that weight and really get a good contraction towards your chest. This point, I was just letting the ego get the better of me, and then I drop set it again, like I could even move the weight in the first place. Just control the weight, control the eccentric, control the concentric, just control the movement throughout, and you'll be good. Here, I'm doing sumo deadlift again. I should have squatted down to the deadlift because look at that strain on the lower back. Just absolutely horrible. Make sure you're not ego lifting. I thought I was good enough to raise the weight. I should have squatted down more so I take the strain off the back. This is a weird angle so you can't really see, but these are seated calf raises. They're good for keeping that balanced load on the calf. But as you can see, I'm just swinging the weight, using momentum. I should have controlled the eccentric, and I probably should have gone up just a little bit more weight to get a lower rep range to keep more strength on my calves. Other than that, it's a pretty good machine, and you should use it too. But you could also do any other variation of calf raises, and based off your goals, you might want to do another variation. This is the Pec Deck Machine. Very good for keeping that chest controlled and getting a good contraction on it. What I should have done though is increased the weight and actually held onto the bars. You can see I'm just using my hands, which is good to, get a good contraction, but I could have held onto it tighter and really try pressing in as much weight as possible. These are some banded pull-ups. They're hard to set up, but they are good for learning how to do a pull-up, which I was doing in the moment. I was trying to increase my pull-ups. Very good for keeping it controlled. However, go on your knees to the band instead of your feet to the band like I'm doing, because you could end up slapping yourself with the band. This is the Pec Deck rear delt variation, so I'm just swinging it the other way. And you can see I'm really just flying through the reps here. I should have controlled the eccentric, which is the same with a lot of these clips. And if I did that, I probably should have lowered the rep range and increased the weight just a little bit more. You can see once I start messing up the 2 arms at the same time, I do 1 arm at the same time. Don't do this. Just do 2 arms at the same time and just keep a good fluid motion throughout all of your reps instead of just doing 1 arm at a time and then drop setting. I don't know why I drop setted. I was already struggling with the weight. But if I did less reps, I probably would have been better. This is an incline barbell bench press. I probably should have slowed the eccentric down, the lowering of the weight down just a little bit. But other than that, this is actually pretty good for what your incline barbell bench should look like. I was a little bit destabilized on one side. That's why I kept accidentally rotating to one side. But you can fix this with some core work. So this is no problem at all. Once again, I've got the pec deck in here. You can see I'm actually holding on to it, but I'm doing less weight for some reason now. And my reps look the exact same, so I don't know why I lowered the weight. And I don't know why I don't have my feet stabilized on the ground. What you should do is keep your feet stable on the ground, hold on to the bar, and just keep pushing that weight. You could increase the weight just a little bit, and I should be controlling the eccentric, the lowering of the weight. And then for some reason, I decided to drop set. What I should have done actually is start at a heavier weight and just keep one good set to failure if I wanted to do more reps. Here I'm doing a kneeling cable press. This is good for the lower pec, but what you want to focus on is your incline pec because those are harder to develop and get neglected easily. You can see I'm bringing some good intensity to it, but then I'm doing unnecessary partials. These are unnecessary partials just because I end up lowering the weight to do a drop set. So once I go back down into this drop set, I get into the same position, and it's a very unbalanced position. It would be better if I did a barbell press, just because I would be laying down and I would have a stable core. I could have also controlled the eccentric here. And once again, I'm doing more partials, and then guess what? I drop set again, just for no reason. Start at a heavy weight, do maybe 6 to 12 reps, and you're good. This barbell squat was horrible. I should have 1, not worn a belt because it wasn't that heavy of a weight. 2, gone deeper or lowered the weight. And 3, got more reps. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll come out with a part 2 soon. See you guys.